if we look here at your setup, I said the first one for me, just a little bit extreme leaning behind that golf ball, okay, and cause you to wobble a little bit too much, okay. You can see this one here now, a little bit more kind of neutral, still leaning back behind the golf ball as you'd expect, but just not as extreme, okay. Then as you went back on this one here now, as you went back, you've moved up and off that line, arms started bending, sort of quite lifty with the arms there and collapsing quite a lot. Compared to this one here now, that's kind of the move that we're trying to get it more, arms up nice and high, good rotation. Now from there, it's just unwinding the body as the arms come down, back in the golf ball this way. Now when the golf ball gets in the way, similar kind of movement there with the backswing, okay? Keeping that width, that's good. We go a little bit long, okay, which in time will obviously be more under control, okay? But if we're used to being kind of narrow here and having to kind of extend your arms, your arms sort of throwing and getting that left arm back to being in almost extended position, okay, that's bound to throw the club kind of out this, or it's going to lead to the club coming back more here rather than there, hence the reason for the heely pulley shots to start with, okay. So if we can keep that width as we come back down, catching the golf ball there, now staying nicely kind of behind it, which is good, and through towards target, allowing that club to kind of release as you would do on the left shoulder. Some of the tee shots we see on the third hole, for example, you kind of finish short of that. I mean, it's not like a bunt forward kind of thing, okay. So just to try and keep things a little bit more consistent, you can obviously utilise that continual ball flight there, and what you'll be looking for is basically driver flights that look like this, just continually doing this and this and this, not kind of one over there and then one over there and whatever it may be, okay. Consistency in terms of trajectory, in terms of launch angle, peak of flight which has around about that 23-24 yards for you across the board. So you can just check that. If you just click on the little arrows there and go table, it gives you all the data for the last 10-15 shots, and you can sort of scroll up here all the ones you do. Okay, so you said 23 was your kind of peak. These 14, 13, 15 for me were your better three kind of groupings. Obviously the ones you missed, you've topped a bit low, they'll be off the heel of the club and not any fight at all. But you can get that launch angle, 10, 11, 12, 13. I mean, then after these three here, you went sort of like 9, 47, 0, 0. It's a very sort of inconsistent, and that's when I said, okay, we'll keep the camera on here now, and you see the 5 ball flights in a row. I'm not saying I put pressure on you, but it kind of made a bit of a, oh, hang on, we're going to see something now. And then the next 4 or 5 shots got a little bit kind of, because there's going to be a consequence in a sense to what you did. Okay, so practicing in that environment is going to be a good thing to put pressure on you when you're on the golf course, because a few tee shots, third's the one that you probably get a bit kind of on, and a few others may cause the same kind of issue. Okay, so more neutral at setup. We're not going to lean quite so much. Yeah, a little bit lean, but not extreme. And then keeping that width as the arms go back, as we swing back. And then obviously once you start doing it, there's no need now to throw the club back out to the golf ball, because you're not coming in here and being really narrow. Okay, mate, does that make sense? Yeah. Good, excellent, good stuff.